Archangel Michael says, a strange and unexpected vibration has entered your life, and it's pulling you into something you weren't prepared for. The room has already been booked. The date has already been discussed. Someone has been silently observing you, gathering the courage to reach out with a bold plan. They don't want just any casual interaction, they want something private, behind closed doors, where no eyes can follow. Their intentions appear warm, but underneath, a layered story hides its sharp edge. You may have noticed strange signs, delayed messages, new numbers calling, or that one individual who suddenly appears too kind. You felt it wasn't just a coincidence. You sensed something brewing in the background. Archangel Michael says, the energy around this meeting isn't light. It's thick with longing, temptation, and hidden motives. This person is stepping out of the shadows not only because they desire to see you, but because they're being pushed by something larger than desire. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They've chosen a hotel room for a reason. It gives them control, keeps the setting quiet, and removes distractions. But silence can be both comfort and trap. When a person wants secrecy, it's not always love they carry, it can also be confession, manipulation, or control. They've already looked into your schedule. They believe they know what time you'll be available. They've played this out in their mind again and again, picturing your face as you walk in. But Archangel Michael says, this meeting has layers. It's not simply a romantic rendezvous. There is something this person is hiding from others, and from themselves. Your name has been repeated in their private circle. There were voices warning them not to do this, yet they silence those voices. They are acting on a craving that's no longer easy to contain. Type Amen to get blessing 781. They believe you will say yes. They believe you will go along with it. They believe your silence means interest, and your distance means mystery. This individual has held on to a piece of your energy for longer than you realize. They've watched your movements on social media. They've asked questions through other people. They've waited for the right time to break the silence. The room is booked in a place not too far from you, but far enough to isolate. It's a location that doesn't reveal too much, but enough to tempt you in. And that's the dangerous part, it seems harmless, but it was crafted with care. Someone you once shared your heart with may not have moved on the way you believed. Their mind drifts to you at hours they never admit. And now, they want you behind a closed door, where they can control the words, the air, and the timing. Type Amen to get blessing 644. They've made a promise to themselves that this time, they will not let the moment pass. But what they haven't told you is what they expect in return. Their emotions are not simple, they're entangled with guilt, memory, and unmet needs. Archangel Michael says, you must not walk into this meeting unaware. You must understand what is at stake. There is more than affection involved, there is a push to reclaim power. Someone close to this person does not know about this plan. They are hiding it because they know if the truth came out, it would break more than one trust. They are dancing on the edge of danger, and they want you to join them. You will feel the pull. You may even feel the curiosity rising. But be warned, curiosity has led many down paths that were difficult to return from. Type Amen to get blessing 217. This isn't about just love, it's about closure, obsession, maybe even revenge. They're saying all the right words, but listen carefully. Sometimes it's not what's said, it's what is missing. You've been chosen for this meeting because you still hold power over them. You walk in their dreams. You echo in their thoughts. They believe meeting you again will help them take back what they feel they've lost. But what if they're not ready for what you'll say? What if the moment you step in that room, everything breaks open, and the truth spills out in ways neither of you were prepared for? This hotel room is more than a setting, it's a container of past, present, and a dangerous future. It's the place where emotions will either erupt, or silently damage what's left unspoken. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They've already picked out your seat. They've imagined your smile. They've even planned the exact time they will confess something you don't know yet. But something deep within you is resisting. Your spirit is not at peace. Your dreams may have already started warning you. Archangel Michael says, pause before stepping into a space where your soul might not be protected. Because once the door closes, it's not always easy to reopen it with the same light. This person's voice may sound calm, but their heart carries storms. They have unfinished pain. And sometimes, people carry pain that bleeds onto others when touched. This meeting may look like a spark, but if the flame grows too fast, it might burn more than just emotions. It might leave scars. Type Amen to get blessing 455. They want to talk about the past, but also tempt you with a future. They want to stir old memories, remind you of the laughter, the connection, the energy. But is it real healing, or just a way to pull you back? They've convinced themselves this is the moment to rewrite history. They think if you see them again, you'll remember what was beautiful. But what if you also remember what was broken? This meeting could change the direction of everything, but not necessarily for the better. If their heart is not clean, if their mind is not honest, then their invitation is a trick disguised as tenderness. They have no idea how strong you've become. They don't know that you've grown sharper in your discernment. They think you're still the same version of yourself. Type Amen to get blessing 866. There may be a physical attraction. There may even be tears. But Archangel Michael says, don't let temporary emotions lead you into permanent confusion. You are not obligated to heal someone who once wounded you. You are not required to play a part in a drama you never wrote. And you are certainly not here to be anyone's escape. Check your heart. Feel the tension. Ask yourself if their sudden appearance is for your good, or their convenience. They have booked a room. But they cannot book your soul. Type Amen to get blessing 510. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Someone around them is aware of their intentions. That person is nervous. That person knows your light and fears what this meeting might ignite. There is jealousy. There is secrecy. There is a possibility that someone may even try to follow you if you say yes. The location is not just about the two of you. Someone may be watching. Someone may have plans to use this meeting for their own agenda. Archangel Michael says, divine intervention is already surrounding you. Angels are already guarding your steps. You are not alone in this. Let the truth surface before you go. Let discernment lead, not impulse. Let peace be your yes, and warning be your no. Type Amen to get blessing 734. They may message you again soon. They may try to sweeten the offer. But your spirit knows when something is off. You may find yourself torn. Part of you wants to hear them out. The other part of you wants to run. Listen to the stronger voice. The one that has kept you safe this far. The one that knows peace never comes from chaos. You've been through enough emotional traps. Don't return to old cycles masked as romantic invitations. You deserve a meeting that honors you, not tests you. Type Amen to get blessing 302. The hours are counting down. You will receive a reminder. They will say they miss you. They will say it's just a harmless moment. But behind the harmless lie the echoes of all you've had to rebuild from. And this time, you must protect what you've built. Their feelings may be real, but their reasons are not clear. And if you enter unclear waters, you may drown in uncertainty. You have the power to walk away. To not answer. To choose yourself. And that, above all else, is what Archangel Michael wants you to remember. Type Amen to get blessing 101. They will not take your silence easily. They may try again, this time with more urgency. Their next message might say, I've waited long enough, but waiting doesn't mean you are now obligated. You do not owe access to anyone who once shut you out. You do not have to step into a room just because someone finally realized your worth too late. Sometimes people only remember your value when they can no longer control you. That hotel room they've reserved is not just about reunion, it's their attempt to reclaim what they think they lost. They don't understand that you are not the same person anymore. You've seen too much, grown too much, and healed too deeply to be lured back into illusions. Type Amen to get blessing 617. Someone else, behind the curtain of this meeting, is also affected. A silent third party is involved, someone who still holds emotional ties to the person calling you. This person knows about the hotel, but not about you. You may walk into a triangle that burns more than it bonds. This hidden connection might surface later, when the damage is already done. It's not just a meeting, it's a storm gathering its clouds. You will feel the weight of temptation. It may even make you question your strength. But remember, just because something feels magnetic doesn't mean it's good for your soul. Archangel Michael says, the energy around this individual is not steady. They are battling guilt, secrecy, and an emotional tug-of-war. And you must not become the battlefield. Type Amen to get blessing 849. They want to whisper things in your ear. They want to touch the parts of your memory that still shimmer. But your memory also holds pain, betrayal, and moments you cried alone while they moved on. What if this isn't a beginning, but a repeat? What if this isn't healing, but a hidden form of manipulation? Not every tear means regret. Sometimes it's just fear of losing control. You are not their unfinished chapter. You are your own new story. You are not a side note in someone else's script. They chose a room. You must choose wisdom. Type Amen to get blessing 228. Their plan involves more than just a conversation. They want an emotional reaction. They want to feel powerful again in your presence. But there is someone else, an envious soul, who has picked up on their behavior. This person is already suspicious and digging deeper. They may expose what's happening before you even respond. There's a risk that your name could be mentioned in places you didn't agree to. A screenshot here. A rumor there. And suddenly, a private plan becomes a public mess. This is a trap wrapped in desire. It looks soft. It feels warm. But it's designed to test your boundaries. Type Amen to get blessing 393. Your peace is more valuable than any apology in a hotel room. Your growth is more sacred than any reunion that requires secrecy. If they truly loved you, they'd meet you in the light, not in shadows. They may say they're ashamed of how they treated you. They may say they finally understand what they lost. But shame without change is manipulation. You need not prove your healing by facing them in a room meant for seduction. You've already proven your strength by surviving what they once put you through. That is enough. Archangel Michael says, clarity will come when you stay in alignment. The truth will speak loudly if you stay still long enough to listen. Type Amen to get blessing 712. The person who booked the room is preparing a speech. But no speech can undo the moments you cried yourself to sleep because of their silence. No words can fix the days they ignored your pain. You do not need closure from the same lips that caused the wound. Closure isn't always a conversation, it's a decision. And you've already made that choice in your heart. Don't underestimate how much this meeting could cost you. It's not just one evening, it could be the unraveling of your peace, your stability, your direction. This is the kind of storm that knocks gently but floods everything once it enters. Type Amen to get blessing 334. Someone in their life will suffer if this meeting happens. They will not tell you this, but deep down they know. Someone who trusts them will be broken. And if they can betray someone who trusts them, they can betray you again too. The hotel room holds their secret. But once you're in, you might become part of the secret too. What starts as an innocent visit could end in guilt, confusion, or worse, a scandal with your name on it. Do not let your curiosity be the hook that pulls you into chaos. Your dignity is louder than their plans. Type Amen to get blessing 590. You may hear a knock from the past, but not every knock needs to be opened. Some doors must remain shut to keep the future clean. They will call you brave for showing up. But sometimes, true bravery is in walking away. In choosing to not return to what hurt you, even if it still calls your name. They are trying to stir old flames. But you're not a candle waiting to be lit again. You are a wildfire that no longer needs validation to burn bright. This meeting has danger written in invisible ink. Type Amen to get blessing 866. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. They picked a hotel for a reason, no interruptions, no questions, no strings attached. But no strings attached also means no responsibility. No accountability. You deserve more than dim lights and whispered regrets. You deserve love that isn't afraid of daylight. You deserve to be seen, honored, and respected, not hidden. If they truly wanted to heal, they'd do it without secrecy. If they truly respected you, they wouldn't ask for a meeting they're too afraid to tell others about. Archangel Michael says, pause, reflect, and see through the veil. This is a test dressed in charm. Type Amen to get blessing 403. They say the right things, but their actions don't match. They call you in the night, but vanish by morning. They want your presence but not your boundaries. You have outgrown the version of yourself that settled for half-truths and late apologies. You are no longer available for emotional gambling. You are the house now, you hold the power. Let them wonder why you didn't show up. Let them feel the sting of your silence. That will be louder than any answer. You are not here to finish their story. You are here to write your own. Type Amen to get blessing 255. Archangel Michael says, your angels are guarding you fiercely now. They've seen the trap from above. They've whispered to your spirit. That unsettling feeling in your chest. It's divine protection warning you. This isn't the meeting that will heal you. It's the meeting that might haunt you. There's more at stake than a few sweet words. Protect your progress. Safeguard your peace. Remember how far you've come. If they truly love you, they will wait. In the open. With honor. And without asking you to dim your light. Type Amen to get blessing 117. They are pacing in their room, heart racing with every second that passes without your reply. They expected you to jump at the invitation. They thought the memory of your past with them would be enough to bring you running. But you are no longer triggered by echoes of what once was. You are no longer lured by romanticized moments covered in dust. They underestimated how much you've evolved. They planned this moment in detail, what they'd wear, how they'd greet you, the words they'd say first. But life is not a movie. And you are not the same actor playing a forgotten role. Type Amen to get blessing 529. There is a force behind this entire situation that you cannot ignore. Someone wants this meeting to happen for their own benefit. This could even be orchestrated by another person entirely, someone feeding your name into their ear, hoping it creates chaos. Your name has come up in conversations you were never part of. People are speaking of you as if they own a piece of your heart. But your heart is not for sale, and your peace is not for trade. They are hoping you're still healing and vulnerable. They are hoping you crave answers. But they do not realize you've already answered the biggest question, who you are now. That room will stay empty if you choose wisdom. That room will echo with silence instead of sorrow. Type Amen to get blessing 670. You must understand what this moment means for your destiny. It is a test. A fork in your path. A shadow wearing the mask of opportunity. Say yes, and you enter unknown energy that could tangle your soul. Say no, and you keep your soul clean, your light undisturbed. This is not about love, it's about legacy. What you allow now will echo in your future. This person doesn't just want your company, they want to regain control over what they once lost. You. Archangel Michael says, not all invitations are meant to be accepted. Some are divine traps dressed as romantic redemptions. Type Amen to get blessing 784. Your dreams may become louder. You might see their face. You might feel waves of old feelings, rising and crashing. But that doesn't mean they are meant to return. Your dreams are warnings. They are showing you the emotional danger of reopening a sealed door. Your spirit remembers what your heart tries to forget. Do not be surprised if you receive a gift soon. Flowers. A note. A scent you once loved. These are tools of seduction, not sincerity. They will say, just one night. But you know, one night is never just one night when pain is involved. Type Amen to get blessing 941. You've climbed mountains to be at peace again. Do not let their smile drag you back down into valleys of confusion. You do not need to be seen by someone who once chose to look away. They watched you suffer in silence. They knew you were hurting. And still, they vanished. And now they want access again, just because they feel ready? No. Read that again. Say it out loud. No. This is not punishment. This is power. You're being given the power to say no to your past. Type Amen to get blessing 311. They may tell others lies if you refuse. They may twist the story to protect their ego. But that says more about their character than your worth. You do not have to explain your silence. You do not owe them understanding. Sometimes the most divine act is to leave a question unanswered. You will see signs. You may hear their name in places you don't expect. That's just the universe reminding you, you passed a test that many would have failed. Not every soul can resist temptation. But yours can. Yours has been through the fire and came out stronger. Type Amen to get blessing 528. Archangel Michael says, when your silence speaks louder than words, heaven listens. When you walk away with dignity, angels cheer. When you choose light over chaos, you align with divine timing. You are not alone. You are protected. The very air around you is changing to shield your next chapter. Someone else is being prepared for you, a love not hidden in hotel rooms, but proudly declared. A connection that does not rely on past pain to feel real. A future that honors your healing. That is what you are walking toward. Type Amen to get blessing 776. They may try again. They may beg. They may threaten silence. But nothing they say can undo what they did, or didn't do, when it mattered most. You've given enough chances. You've cried enough nights. You've waited long enough for words that never came. And now, you must not be lured by whispers disguised as redemption. You must not let false timing steal your peace again. This meeting was designed for their comfort, not your healing. You are not a pawn. You are the prophecy. Type Amen to get blessing 684. The days ahead are sacred. You are walking into miracles. Into revelations. Into deep emotional clarity that only comes from choosing yourself. Let them call it ego. Let them say you're cold. That is what people say when they no longer have access to your energy. Archangel Michael says, you've already crossed the bridge that burned their memory behind you. Keep walking. There is nothing for you in rooms built on shadows. Your name will soon be called by someone new. Someone divine. Someone true. Type Amen to get blessing 433. And when that call comes, it won't be in secret. It won't be hidden in dark places. It will be bold. It will be safe. It will feel like sunlight. You will no longer have to protect yourself in love. You will no longer have to second-guess someone's motives. The next chapter won't need recovery, it will be reward. Until then, stay still. Stay strong. Let the room remain empty. Let your absence be the answer they never saw coming. Type Amen to get blessing 888. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.